All right, check out this dog. This dog is figuring out how to. Oh, yeah, he did it. Okay, because this dog is thinking. Same thing, if this dog can do it, we can solve problems. Now, this is an application of everything that you've learned. We will now apply them in real life situations. Okay, let's start first with basic skills, the order of operations. So this will be quick. We've learned this before. Remember that? In doing order of operations, we always do the parentheses. Then exponents, really, the one with a small number on top. Multiply and divide, whichever comes first, from left to right. Remember, that could interchange. Addition or subtraction, I said or, again, from left to right. That's very basic. Also, in the past, we learned how to do all the operations, add, subtract, multiply, divide of signed numbers. In addition, if they have the same signs, simply add them and copy the common sign. If they have different signs, you don't add them, you subtract the absolute value, subtract, but copy the sign of the bigger absolute value. And in subtraction, remember the letter, keep, change, opposite, because subtraction is simply adding the opposites and then you go back to the same rules. For multiplication division, it's so easy. Look at my hands. Same signs, positive, different signs, negative. Remember, we will apply all this in problem solving. Next, converting fractions to decimals. Fractions to a decimal, okay? It's easy because every time you see a fraction, that bar simply means what? Division. Don't be scared, right? Division. That dot up there is telling you, yo, I'm the numerator. Yo, I'm the denominator. See that? So who goes inside when you divide? When you divide, the number on top goes inside the house, all right? And the number, the divisor, the denominator goes outside, okay? It is important when you divide is that to put a decimal point and simply put it up and divide as it ordinary division. But the answer is what? 875,000. So some people will read this as 0.875. See, fraction is now a decimal. The only thing you should remember is just d it. Just do it? No. Just d it means just divide it. Divide it. All right. Top divided by the bottom. Sometimes you need to convert the decimal now to a fraction so you could do the operation. Now, for example, these are all decimals, right? So the secret is if you can read it the regular way. Then you can write it as a fraction and then simplify it. Okay, look. So how do I read this? 5/10. So I read it as 5/10. I read it. I write it as a fraction. Since I said tenths, look at that. I put over 10. And take note, one decimal place means 10 there. So how do I read the second one? 72 hundredths. Hundredths has 100 over. And two decimal places means there are two zeros there. Check it out. All right. Now, this is 638,000. See, I read it. I write the word thousands under thousands. And if you look at the number of places, 1, 2, 3, a thousands has 1, 2, 3 zeros. That will help you. Again, if you can read it, then you can write it, then simplify it, then that's it. You're done. Next, problem solving. Basic in problem solving. There are different ways to solve a problem. It doesn't have to be, you know, equation, then you're done. No. I love this. Draw a picture because I'm a very visual person. Sometimes I guess and check if it's multiple choice. Sometimes, you just see which is logical. You make a list and make a table to see some patterns out of it. Sometimes you need to act it out because it's so abstract and you need to concretize it. Sometimes you work backwards so you know how it started. Oh, this one is common, writing a number sentence. We will try to use that today. And some people will use real objects to solve the problem. And when you read a problem, these are the three things you need to do. Plan. Don't just solve immediately and bring down any number you see there. There is a lot of reading and visualizing, rereading and coding, sketching and predicting. Okay, and then you should know, very important, what is being asked. Okay, some kids are solving for the weight of the dog, but that's not what actually what's being asked. What is being asked is the age of the dog, right? So at the end, is my answer reasonable? For example, is how heavy is the baby? And the kid's answer is 10,501 pounds. Whoa, how can that be reasonable? And then, of course, you solve. You can use a calculator. You can use all these strategies that you want. And of course, you need to show your thinking. Okay, check if your strategies are efficient and effective. All right, at the end, check, does my answer work? I go back and check out the question. Did I answer in complete sentence? Okay? These are the important things you have to do when we solve problems. Now let's start solving these problems. Okay, so let's start with this problem. Tyler went to a grocery store and purchased salad mix for $5.62. Okay, he bought this. And 5 apples for 85 cents each. Okay, he paid the grocery with $20 bill. How much change? Change. So what is being asked? I want to know how much change. No, I know everybody has an experience in buying at grocery stores in and some regular deli stores. So how do you get change? The change is simply the money you gave the cashier, money given to the cashier, take away your expenses. Expenses. How much did you spend, right? I make it dollar. All right. So he gave his, so the change is equal to money given was what? $20. And what was spent? $5.62. What else was spent? 5 apples times, remember that word each will give you a clue. You have to multiply it. 5 times 0.85. Okay. I put that in parentheses because I want to know how much I spent first, right? Okay, so $20 minus, now order of operations. Remember what I said? Don't add immediately, multiply first. 0.85 times 5 is $4.25. So that's $4.25. Then add my $5.62. Okay, $20 minus, let's add it up. 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 6, 7, 8. And then 5 plus 4 is a 9. So you know that he spent $9.87. So take away 20 minus $9.87. You'll get $10 point 13. Okay, make it a habit to circle your final answer and label it the change. Okay, so the method we did here was to use an expression. This was the expression we solved, and then we answered it as $10.13. Next. All right, second problem. Troy has a price chart below for various ingredients he needs, okay, to order his what? His sandwich bar. Okay, so the chart is already there. So what did he order? He ordered 8 pounds of ham. Look for ham. We got 8 pounds of this. 8 pounds off. Okay, what else? 15 pounds of cheese. Cheese is over there. 15 pounds of $1.85. And what else? 12 pounds of turkey. Turkey is over here. 12 pounds of turkey. And what is the total? Total is what we want to know. And of course, take note, every time there's the word of, you get something of something. That tells you have to multiply them. All right, so let's multiply that. So 8 times 3.15 will give me 25.2. 12. All right, what else? 15 pounds. So 15 times $1.85 for cheese. I get what? 27.75. Get your calculator. Do this with me. Yes, I'm allowing the calculator. Next, 12 times turkey. How much? $3.40. That's going to be 40.80. Okay, so what do I do with all of these three? I add them up. Okay, get your calculator. 25.12 plus 27.75 plus 40.80. You will get $93.75. That's the total cost. So this is our answer. Okay, good job. Okay, for the third problem, Christian can finish playing a video game for 35.60 minutes. Raul can finish the same game for 35 and 4/5 minutes. Which player can finish the game faster and by how much? All right, so let's start with Christian. So Christian is 35.60. All right. The other one is Raul. Raul is 35 and 4/5. Okay, now how both of them started with a whole number 35. So that's easy. My problem is the decimals, okay? How would I know who played faster, the 0.60 or the 4/5? So our problem here is simply to what? Yes, you convert one from the other. Which would you prefer? Maybe some people would prefer to use decimals. So let's leave it as decimals. Okay, how do I change 4/5 as a decimal? 4 inside divided by 5. You can literally divide, put a decimal point, put that decimal point up. 40 divided by 5 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40, 0. So 0.8. So you could say that Raul can play for 35.8. Can I add a 0 there? Yes, you can, so that it's easier to compare. Now, which player finished the game faster? So you could easily say what? The lesser time is 0.60, right? Of 0.60 of a whole minute. Okay, so how do I write? Christian is faster by, what's the difference between 0.80 and 0.60? Faster by, yes, 0.20 minutes. All right, so that's the answer. All right, problem number 4. Let's read it. Isabella's mom takes her and two other friends mini golfing. The table shows how much different things cost at the mini golf park. Okay, Isabella mom purchased one adult game. Okay, one for you. One of this. What else? 6 child's games. 6 of this. All right, what else? A pirate hat. One of, I write off. And then 30 arcade tokens. Do I write 30 here? No, because take note, it's already 10. So how many sets of 10 to make it 30? Yes, 3 of this. All right. Now, to make my life easier, guess what? I just write it on the chart itself. So 1 times 7 is a 7.00. I make it look like money. 6 times 350. 350 times 2 is a 7. So 7, 14, 21 to make it 6. So $21 over there. Okay. 1 of 17.25, 17.25, correct. And then 3 times 4 is a 12. Now I can add. All right. Remember, in adding, you align the decimal points. Align the decimal points. The point goes there. On the right side, what goes down? 0.50 is a 5. What goes down here is a 2. All right. And then 7, 14, 15, 17 carry 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 57, 25. Guess what? Some of you are tempted to answer this. Yeah, right? Because it's already there. But the test, those who made the test purposely put that there so that you won't think. But you, my smart kid, will think. Why? Because you read the last part of the sentence. It says she has a coupon for 1/10 of the total bill. That's the total bill. This is the total bill. All right. That means he's not going to pay 1/10. Now look at this chart. Look at this pie chart. If this is the 57.25, that's the whole thing. Okay. He's not paying 1/10 of this. 1/10. You don't need to pay it. That's your discount. You're going to save that amount. So if you're not paying 1/10, what portion are you paying? This big portion. You're just paying 9/10, right? Because 1/10 plus 9/10 is the whole thing. Okay, so he's just paying. So let's write it down. So mom will pay 9/10 of the total bill. All right, so let's write it down. So 9 over 10. Okay, check this out. Off means times. And the total, we got the total a while ago. Our total was 57.25. Okay, now problem. Fraction and decimal again. Which is better for you to use? Yes, some people would like to use decimals better. 9/10. Take note. If you can read it, you can write it, simplify it. 9/10 is, I just said it, 0.09. 9/10, right? Because, no, not 0.09. 9/10 is zero point 0.9. There you go. That's 900ths. I'm just checking if you're listening, right? So 9/10. And if you get your calculator, 9 divided by 10, you'll get 0.9. Multiply that by 57.25. Okay, get your calculator. So 57.25 times zero point 0.9, you will get, right, look at this number, dollar sign 51.525. Okay, can I see that in the choices? It's not there. Why? Because look at this, that 5 was rounded. That 5 help us round the 2 to a 3. So the answer is 51.53. Rounded as money. So this is the answer. Not this. Remember, that was tricky. Okay? Got it? Now this is the last problem. Troy has a price chart below for various ingredients he needs to order for his sandwich bar. Again, we saw this a while ago. Same sandwich bar. Troy has to order 8 pounds of ham. Ham is over here. I get 8 of you, 8 pounds. What else? 15 pounds of cheese. Cheese is over here. 15 pounds of that one, $1.85 each. And what else? 12 pounds of turkey, 12 of that one. Again, when you see the word off, you multiply. 15 times 1.85 will be 27.75. Okay, next. 8 times 3.415. Get your calculator. It will give you what? Come on, solve with me. 25.20. Feel free to pause and use your calculator. The next one is 12 times 3.40 is 40 point what? 80. Okay, so let's now get the final amount to be paid. Okay, decimal points in one line. Add them up. 5 over here. That becomes a 7 and then 93. So if you add, use your calculator, that's fine. 93.75. Guess what? Some people will stop here. But you shouldn't because you have to read the problem. The store manager gave him a discount of 25% of his total spending. This is the total spending. And the manager said, yo, you don't need to pay 25%. Look at this drawing. If this is the total spending, I get 25%. You know, that's 1/4, right? Yes, I take away the 25%. You're not paying that. You're not paying that. So what percent are you paying? You're paying this much percent. How big is this? Tell me. Yes. How big is that? You are paying 75%. Okay. Instead of 100, I'm paying 75%. So let's solve for that. So I'm going to pay 75% of my total spending, 93.75. Okay? Since you're not um, paying the 25%, you're just concerned with this. Now, a percent means hundreds, therefore that's 75 over 100. Okay, or you could make it as a decimal, 0.75, whatever you want to use, that's fine, times 93.75. Since I want to use decimal so that I could easily use my calculator, so get your calculator now. Put 0.75 times 93.75 and you will get, here we go. Write it down. What do you have? Tell me. 70.3125. Make it look like money. So that is written as what? Over here. $70. Point. Check out the second number here. Will the 2 affect the 1 in rounding? No. So write it down as what? 70.31. All right. So that's the amount you need to pay. See? You save money, right? Instead of paying 93.75, that's what you're supposed to pay. No, because of that discount, you're paying less. You're paying $70.31. Okay, got it? Awesome. Okay, next. We now summarize what we've learned. All right, so that's it, folks. You can now solve problems, and just like life, you can easily solve problems in life if you just think, plan, solve, and look back. Good job.